Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today is actually going to be a video on 5 simple steps to successful self-discipline. So the first thing is going to eliminate things that cause temptation. Now, whether it's you find that as being junk food, maybe it's cigarettes that you're trying to kick, bad people with bad energy, whatever it is, if you get triggers around those bad things or with bad people or whatever, you need to change it now. Change it right now. If you got bad food in the house, get rid of it. If you got cigarettes sitting there, get rid of them. If you stop by the gas station after work and it causes you to eat poorly or pick up some cigarettes or whatever, do your best to not do that. Like they say, the old saying is, out of sight, out of mind. So make sure you do your best not to put yourself in those situations, because I promise you, you're going to be a lot better off if you can stay away from those things. Now, I know sometimes that can be difficult, but I guarantee you over time, you're going to get better at it, and you're going to see a lot of those things you don't want for a reason, and you want to change your life because you want to live a positive and new, healthier life. And that's perfectly fine. You deserve that. Seriously. Number 2 is stop waiting for the perfect time to do things. I'm going to read a lot of this, and I'm being completely honest. I had to write this down because some of this stuff is new to me as well. We're learning on this journey together. I'm not pretending to be some, perfect person or whatever. You're along with my personal journey of self-improvement and self-development, as well as I'm on the journey with you. So, first of all, the time to act is now. You can't wait for the perfect time, whether it's, I always tell you, don't wait for the perfect time to travel, don't wait for the perfect time to go for that next job. There's no perfect time. There's no perfect time to create more self-discipline in your life. It's just not a thing. It doesn't exist. There's no perfect time for anything. But at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel awkward when you're changing the way that you do things. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine, because the idea of making decisions is actually using the part of our mind called the prefrontal cortex, and that's actually a more difficult part of our mind to use, and your mind is going to instinctively resist change because it's not as comfortable for it. So that's why it's so much harder to stop doing the same thing and continue with change. So when you're saying stop smoking cigarettes, it's easier to continue to smoke cigarettes than it is to stop. When you continue to do something, your mind is actually using, this is going to be a word I have to look at, it's called, the part of your mind that you're using is called the basal ganglia. And that actually is controlling the emotions and the patterns, as well as kind of the routine practices that take place in your mind. It's actually your mind going on autopilot. So rest assured that you're going to get to that level of your mind, but it's not going to happen right away. Don't worry about it. Don't stress on how long it's going to take to get there. Just know that every day you're getting closer to using that part of your mind where you can create an autopilot sensation. It's like riding a bike. At first, riding a bike's really hard. You're making those decisions with your prefrontal cortex, and you're actually working on it. You're saying, I can't do this. You're panicking. You're getting frustrated. But afterwards, you're using that part of your mind that says, hey, I've done this before. That's no problem. That's why, like, when you get on a bike and you haven't been on a bike for 20 years, it's like within 20 minutes, you have no problem. You're not scared of it. You're not worried about it, because it becomes repetition and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. The next thing is, now, I know this actually pertains to a lot of us that are trying to eat healthier and live a healthier food-wise lifestyle. But this also pertains to basically any type of self-discipline. It just happens to be kind of up our alley, so to speak. Eat often and eat good food. If you find yourself hungry, you're less likely to make good choices. Your blood sugar lowers, you want to get that instant spike, and you want to make bad decisions. So it's important to not only eat good, you can eat good, but once a day, and then if you get hungry, you're going to make rash decisions and stuff like that. So you don't want to do that. You want to eat often. You want to constantly be replenishing your body with lots of nice, nourishing food all throughout the day. If you're not eating often and good quality healthy food, you're going to become more pessimistic. Your focus will be more on target if you're actually eating right. You'll be less moody and likely to make rash decisions, like I said before. And that doesn't have to be with rash decisions with food, just anything in general. If you're practicing self-discipline in all aspects of your life, not just with eating, not just with controlling addictions and things like that, but if you practice it all over, it's just become second nature and you're going to do really well at it. The next thing, number 4, is, now this can be one that a lot of us neglect, and I think it's really important that you focus not mostly on this, but never forget about this, because a lot of us quit eating badly cold turkey. You know, I quit smoking cigarettes. I guess it's been about 4 years. I was smoking 4 packs a day. I loved it. You know, I was smoking for 20 years. I only quit because I knew it was killing me. It's like any addiction, you know, we do it because we enjoy it. But sometimes you have to say, whoa, hold on, check it out, back up, because what I'm doing is not benefiting me, other than the fact that I enjoy it probably too much. The balance was all out of whack, so I had to quit it. But what you have to remember is, number 4 is rewards can be the most important thing. Now stop and listen. I'm not saying eat good for a week and then go eat horrible on the weekends or something. What I'm saying is, say you're on a low carb regimen or something like that and you like Jell-O with whipped topping. That's fine, I understand that. But I don't want you to be eating that every single night, day in and day out. You have to appreciate the rewards and make them worthwhile. You know, if you went through a half an hour and you're like, yeah, I made it a half an hour, now I'm gonna go eat like 5 pounds of Jell-O and 2 buckets of whipped cream. Wrong, guys, wrong. Work for what you get, and then what you get is actually going to feel like an accomplishment. So if you like it, eat 1 serving on a Sunday after having a successful week. If you screwed up, skip it. You know, just like rewarding yourself, you have to make sure you're disciplining yourself too. If you didn't have a good week, then you don't deserve it on Sunday. I'm sorry. But make sure it's only a serving. You know, also, if you hit the gym for 3 months or a month solid or something like that for the first time in your life, appreciate and reward yourself. Maybe you deserve a spa day or a nice haircut or a nice massage at the end of the month. Reward yourself with something positive for the positive change that you're making in your life, because you have to realize how good that is for yourself. Another thing is, if you go, say, I have a problem with this, I'm bad with money, I'm gonna admit it, I work on that a lot myself, but say you're working on controlling your spending. You know, control your spending for a couple weeks and maybe put aside enough to go get a nice outfit, so you can give yourself something to constantly work towards, but you're not just spending for no absolute reason. Now, I hope that helped you, but I want to finish with this final note. Number 5, I feel most importantly above all of these things, is if you have a day where you fall off, it's okay, go easy on yourself. If you're riddling yourself with guilt or sadness, or you're feeling bad about the decisions that you made that were not in line with self-disciplining yourself or changing your life, please don't be so hard on yourself, because that's going to get you in a worse situation. You're going to get depressed about it, you're going to feel feelings of sorrow and sadness, and you're just going to get overall down about it. And the most important thing is that you lift your spirits. Hey, it's okay, you know, I had a bad day, tomorrow's not going to be that day. Lift yourself up and say, hey, tomorrow we start with a new self-discipline plan. This is what didn't work. Tomorrow we're going to do something else, and hopefully that does work. Just go every day being as optimistic as possible and loving yourself and realizing that, hey, you're a great person. You're not doing anything bad to hurt anybody else. Are you doing something that could have potentially hurt you? Yeah, maybe, but in the long run, you've done a lot of things to make a positive change in your life, and it's important that you know that you love yourself enough to not be so hard on yourself. You guys, I hope this video helped you. If you're new here, please check out our Facebook group called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. If you have something that you're working on disciplining yourself in your life, please put it in the description below. Remember to be stronger than your excuses, and remember to spread love, not hate. Check out the links in the description below. I will put lots of fun things down there. Check out our website and all kinds of other stuff. You guys have a beautiful day. Thanks a lot. Peace.